Yeah, all right. That'll do it, past cool. It's your boy, I am Littlefoot, and I am going to be giving you an overview of the guy who's in Africa, who's in the country of I think it's called Burkina Faso. Okay, the guy name is Abraham. Forgive me if I pronounce it wrong, but I think it's Abraham Traoré. He was born March 14th, 1988. He's 37 years of age. His name is Ibrahim Traoré, and he is a Birkenbach military officer and politician who served as the interim president of Burkina Faso since 2022. Traoré took control of Burkina Faso in September of 2022, ousting interim president, excuse me for pronouncing his name wrong, Paul Henry Sanadago Dembia and Cope d'Antat. All right, that's the little overview that I got. So we're gonna get into his education. Okay. After receiving his primary education in Bondokoi, I don't know how I'm pronouncing that right. He attended a high school in Bobo Dioulasso, where he was known as being quiet and very talented. Hey, well, you see, you gotta watch out for them strong sounding types. But that's what just comes to show he was really coming up with a plan. Anyway, he was known to be very quiet and talented. From 2006, he studied geology at the University of, excuse me for pronouncing this wrong, Ouagadougou. I know, probably botched that, but this is who the person is. He's the president. His name is Ibrahim Traoré. I forget. I don't know if his name is pronounced that way, but it's Abraham Traoré. He's the president of the transition of Burkina Faso, and this guy is actually shaking up, y'all. So shout out to this brother. Shout out to what he's doing in the diaspora right now. And all right, now it's time to get to the show y'all the videos of who he is, basically like what he stands for, or basically how he speaks, I should say, how he speaks, and the impact he's having on other countries and the people in the entirety. Okay, without further ado, let's get into this video. That'll do it, Pascal. It's your boy, I am Littlefoot, shining out. Peace.
We no longer want to engage in this deceitful diplomacy. In an interview, we spoke about the Ivorian regime. Some Burkinabés got on their high horses and criticized. I say it, I insist, and I persist. We have nothing against the Ivorian people, but we have an issue with those who govern Côte d'Ivoire. We say it and we repeat it again. Let me tell you something. Allow me to tell you something. There is indeed in Abidjan an operations center to destabilize our country. No one can deny it, and we will provide you with evidence in the coming days. We will show you physical evidence. You will understand what we are talking about. No one will come to tell us that in Benin there is no French base directed against us. We have the evidence at hand. Two past important bases. No one can dispute them, and I challenge them. And we have nothing against the Beninese people. There we have a problem with the policy of the Beninese leaders. And we say it loud and clear again. In this diplomacy, we have decided to tell the truth. There are indeed two bases, one towards Kandy and the other going towards Porga, or I don't know which locality. Runways have been renovated to more than 3,000 meters long. Planes land. People equipped and train the terrorists. Over there, we have audio recordings of French agents in Benin over there who are staying at the terrorists' operations center. They show the operations with them. They help them with medical care. They do everything there. We have all the details on them. And you don't want us to tell our people? We will say it. If you don't want it, if they don't want it, they should stop behaving like that. It's simple. We didn't force anyone to take their independence. If you decide to stay in your situation, but don't turn your countries into air bases, because it is your populations who will suffer afterwards.
For more than a decade, this place stood as a symbol of everything people feared was broken. In their neighborhood, in their system, and in their future. A mountain of waste, the stench of rot, a daily reminder that no one was coming to help. In the heart of Karpala, this illegal garbage dump wasn't just an eyesore, it was a threat. It brought flies, disease, and despair. People complained, officials came and went, promises were made, but the garbage only grew taller. Until one ordinary Saturday, when something extraordinary happened. April 19th, 2025. A citizen army showed up, not to protest, not to plead, but to act. Led by Mahamadi Wadraogo, known to many simply as Mundi, over 250 volunteers gathered to dismantle the monster that had haunted their streets for 10 years. They brought no government budget, no corporate sponsorship, just grit, tools, and belief. We are committed to a cleaner, greener Ouagadougou, said Madi. We saw the problem. We decided we weren't waiting anymore. In just one day, what had seemed impossible became reality. The dump was cleared, but they didn't stop there. In a symbolic gesture of rebirth, they planted trees where garbage had ruled. Trash out, life in. The Ministry of Environment joined the effort, seizing the moment to educate the community on waste management, plastic use, and civic hygiene. But for residents, this was more than a cleanup. It was a declaration. It's like a thorn has been removed from our side, said Professor Cote Lassina. We tried everything over the years. Nothing worked. But this is hope. Maru Yameogo, president of the Special Delegation for the 11th District, called it a sign of hope for our city. He added, "It is now essential that everyone plays their part. These volunteers lit the spark. We must keep it burning." Inspired by the success in Karpala, neighboring communities are now organizing their own cleanups. Associations like the Gopaga Foundation and AMPO have pledged continued support. Local families are contributing money, not because they were asked, but because they believe. Since coming to power, President Traoré has championed the idea of a new Burkina, one defined by integrity, self-reliance, and community action. He has pushed for decentralization, transparency, and above all, ownership. Ownership of problems and ownership of solutions. The Karpala cleanup wasn't just a win for sanitation, it was proof of that vision in action. In a time when faith in institutions is fragile, and when the weight of crisis often silences the will to act, Karpala spoke up, not with words, but with work. No one was paid, no one was forced, yet they came.